In today's video, I'm going to compare and contrast two different tech stocks. We're going to compare Meta and we're going to compare that with Google. Now, the reason we're making this comparison is both of these tech stocks appeared on our Stock Volatility Box live scanner today. That tells you that both Meta and Google had a volatility edge. Meta was on both our hourly and our daily volatility box models. Meta had a nice overlap. And Google was there on just the hourly models, breaching its hourly models, both cases for long side entries. If you're unfamiliar with the volatility box models, that's a fancy way of saying that both Meta and Google offered you a volatility edge today. Now, Meta appeared on our live scanner when it breached our daily volatility box models, and it did this while it also breached the hourly models. Now, the chart's a little messy here, so let me hide the hourly models so we can focus on the daily for Meta. So once I hide these models, you should be able to see the breach in Meta a little bit easier. Now, Meta breached our volatility box models. We had that first leg up. Before then, we went just a little bit below that previous low. Now, on the 2-minute, that momentum shifted once before the lunchtime hour. You already know how I feel about the lunchtime hour. We made a move up, and right when that lunchtime hour ends, you can see that Meta gets its second leg up. So that was the trade inside of Meta. A nice trade, still a winner, but take a look at the trend information up here. You should notice that it's really the 2-day onward where the trend is bullish. The daily, bearish. The 1 hour, bearish. The 30-minute, bearish. The 15-minute, bearish. And all of these were at the time of entry. Now we'll compare this, or rather contrast this, with Google. Google breached our hourly volatility box models, not the daily. So let's show these studies one more time. So this told us that Google is giving us an hourly volatility edge, and that happened right here, the tail end of the 7 to 8 a.m. Pacific hour. Google slams right into our volatility box zones, and we're looking for a long side entry here. Now, contrast the trend information we saw in Meta with the trend information we're seeing in Google. The 30-minute positive, the 1 hour positive, the daily positive, the weekly positive, and every single trend in between positive. The 15-minute is the one which gives you a little bit of pause with the neutral to slightly bearish. So you should notice that stark difference between Google and Meta. Google, we were in line with the trend, looking for a long side setup, and you can see just how nice of an entry the volatility box models gave you today. Almost picture perfect in terms of buying the dip inside of Google. We went in the direction of the trend, a nice recognizable name, breaching our models, one that we have pre-generated, real nice target. Meta, contrast that, we still had a nice move, still hit our target. However, inside of Meta, you can see that you had a little bit more funkiness that took place. We went a little bit lower than we would expect. You can also see the trend, while it was strong, returned to move, but not as much as we saw inside of Google. Not as much strength inside of the buyers. So I hope through this video, you're able to see compare and contrast, Meta, Google, two different sets of models, hourly and the daily. But we're using one simple tool to gauge trend. Use that trend to decide which, if you had to choose one, is the smarter pick. Which in today's case, you should hopefully notice just how nice of an entry we had inside of Google. I hope you found this video useful for those of you looking for some nice volatility day trading setups. The live scanner finds these continuously throughout the day, and I think the multiple time frame market pulse makes it really easy to pick and choose which ones you want to focus on. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in our next update.